Yeah, what's different about your day to day?
Uh, my day to day, I think more the fact that training here is much more difficult. So I go back home and have a big nap, a big sleep when I get back home to recover and rest. But no, I think obviously we train in the mornings here, and then we go back home, and obviously sometimes my mum comes out to visit me, or like my dad's coming with my mum or my brother. So I think the family more come around, but more time is just training than home and relaxing.
Why Leverkusen?
No, I like the sound of the project and how everything was here. I think obviously speaking to the previous manager, obviously before Shabby came in, I think obviously he had an idea of how he wanted to play and how he wanted to set up and play games and everything, and it really suited the style of how I play and wanted to play as well. So I think for myself, it was more the fact that everybody here was very good at what they were saying to me to make sure obviously that the project was sounding great, everything was sounding great, and for me it was like it's a different place, different country. It's good for myself as well to get out there and just enjoy myself and play football again as much as possible, you know. So I think it was obviously as I said, the project of what he was saying and everything sounded very suitable for me, and I wanted obviously to come here and play football here.
Yeah, and is football more of your focus now? I'm sure you've always been focused on football, but like you say, when you're in London, it's where you grew up, it's your home, you've got your whole life there. You go to Germany, you're going there to play football. Has it kind of concentrated the mind on that?
Yeah, I think obviously when you come out here, I think for yourself it's more of the fact that you don't know the country and the city as much as like, obviously I'm in London every day, so I know everywhere around London. Like I know to go to dinner or I know to go to another chill place to relax or to go to the movies, whatever it is. But I think here it's more of the fact that you've come here just for football, and that's my solely main focus, just to come here, play football, focus on that, and that was the main goal from the moment I came here.
And how has it gone on the pitch for you?
No, I think it's going well. I think obviously I'm getting that sort of momentum of me like feeling myself again. I think obviously, as I said, the injury was a years back, but I feel like still at times it's still a thing where it niggles and it gives you problems sometimes. So for myself, I think that it's still finding the rhythm. As I said, to end this second part of the season very strong, finish with as the best that I can really, and obviously push myself to the max. The more and obviously, as I said to myself, like I wanted to come out here and get minutes under my legs, play football on a constant basis, and like just enjoy football really much as possible. So I think that's what's been happening. Obviously, for myself now, it's just more solely focus on like getting more numbers up in the goals or the assists and stuff like that, and trying to create more chances for the team.
Yeah, I've seen you've been quite open about the impact the injury has had, even once you've been back playing. Do you feel like it's always going to be there, a part of your mind now, or are you kind of excited about the future?
No, I'm definitely excited about the future. I think obviously for myself, the injury is a thing where it's happened years ago, but it's always going to be the back of your mind, like regardless of what you're doing. I think at the end of the day, it had a big impact on myself for like even like other parts of my body. Like for example, you would wanna try and compensate for your legs, so you try and use other parts of your body to like not use it as much as your Achilles, and then you start getting other niggles somewhere else. So I think for myself, I'm more of the factor focus that I don't try to think about it as much as possible. I just play my football to the best that I can, and then the injury, you just focus on the pitch. You don't really think about it on the pitch or off the pitch. You just want to just play your football. So it happened years ago, but your focus is to be on the pitch and do your best.
Is there an individual opponent that stands out that you sort of hadn't faced before?
Jamal. I think for myself, like obviously seeing him grow in the academy from Chelsea, he was obviously I was watching him there, and then he was so like small and like he was thinking, okay, like he's very talented from that age as well. You could see him growing up, and then now he's come here and he's just done great, crazy good. So for me, I'm happy to see how well he's progressed and developed as well. And obviously, when we played against them, obviously it was a difficult game for us, but they don't like he played really well. And obviously, it was like seeing him in person playing against him is completely different to when you know him as so young from back in the day in Chelsea. So no, it was definitely good to see that he's developing well. I think he's actually, as I said to you, developed good.
And how about on the pitch? Do you think you're adding different things to your game?
Yeah, I think obviously last couple of seasons before previous, I think like I wouldn't say as direct, but I thought to myself that I could be more direct on the ball and create more problems sometimes, like try and cause defenses more problems. I feel like this season more, I've had the feeling of getting back to my sharp feeling and like causing problems with defences, taking on people, like trying to create chances, try and get goals and assists. So I think, as for myself, I think now for the end of the season, it's just mainly helping the team and trying to obviously get goals, assists, create chances, and help the team as much as possible.
Yeah, you mentioned between now and the end of the season, just to finish a little bit on some of your future plans, because I imagine every time you pick up the phone, you go on the internet, Chelsea have signed another player. So how does that feel for you out there on loan?
Now, for myself, obviously, I'm more focused on here at the moment. You know, I'm not there, so seeing all these players go in there's nothing I can do or say. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm here focused on the club here and trying to help as much as possible here. And then whatever happens in the future, don't know. But as I said, for now, it's more focused on here and helping as much as possible.
Yeah. Are you thinking the next step may have to be away from Chelsea, though? You're looking to the future too?
Yeah, as I said, I'm not sure. I actually don't know. Like, I haven't spoken to them much recently. I've spoken at all to them. So I think for myself, it's more the fact that I'm here. All I can do right now is focus on what I can do here for the team, help here. And then what happens in the future, we don't know.